We've been hit with the biggest challenge we've ever faced.
We almost got killed. What are we gonna do?
You think I can't handle it?
We just gotta stick together.
Don't answer the door for nobody.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love the Shy, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about the Shy Season 6, Episode 16, the season finale. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And I guess it is safe to say that we smoking on that Otis Perry, aka Duda pack. And unfortunately, we smoking on that Ride pack as well. I mean, like father, like son. Both of them got dropped off in the same season. And I know Alicia, she going through it, y'all. She is going through it. But what about Tiffany? How would she feel about this news? Because it seems like things was real good with Tiff and Rob. They had great chemistry. They was doing business together. And of course, he got taken out in this episode. And I don't know what the hell was wrong with Rob. Like, why would you just walk off? I mean, the man already told you, you basically going to be doing business with him or he's going to take you out. But you going to decide to tell him that you're done out of nowhere? He ain't playing around. He just took out Duda. What makes you think you can't be taken out and like he's playing with you? Well, unfortunately, he found out. And that boy is up out of here. So now we got Bakari, we got Zay, and the leader of the pack, Nuck if you buck. They not playing around. Your boy Nuck, he is really about to turn up in season 7. As I told you guys, it seems like Nuck is more of the villain than anybody. We've been hearing about Alicia for quite a while, or at least this season, about how big and bad she really is. But to be honest, I ain't really see it like that. What Nuck just did in this episode, that's what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to strike fear in everybody. Alicia, she been doing a lot of talking and she been having other people do certain things. I mean, she could have been took out Duda a long time ago. Let's just be honest. But that did not happen. And even right before she was about to shoot him, she too busy talking to him. Nuck, he said, you know what? I ain't about to talk to him no more. The man tried to take out my son. He got to go. And that's exactly what ended up happening. But let's begin the recap. What did we see in episode 16, the season finale titled Thanksgiving? Now the episode starts out with giving us, another OG of the show, Detective Toussaint. She is back. I wonder if we want to see more of her character next season. To me, she was a solid character in season 2. Of course, we know she was trying to work with Brandon. And we all know what happened to Brandon. He got took out. And we know she was investigating Duda. So once she got to this crime scene, I know she felt some type of way. Like, man, finally somebody has taken this guy out. But with all the enemies that he got, you just don't know who was the person that did it. Now, we get to 8 hours earlier. Of course, it is Thanksgiving. And the equally shocking news that Emmett and Keisha get is that she is pregnant. Now, they were kind of concerned a little bit because they're dealing with a lot of stress right now. We got Duda, who almost took them out. He is a major problem, and the last thing that you want to do is bring a baby in this world in that type of environment. But Keisha and Emmett decide to stick it out. They feel like if they stick together, they can get through anything. So hopefully everything goes well and the baby is born nice and healthy. Now, we get to Papa, and of course he is preaching on Thanksgiving. He's at the church. He about that money for real. Pastor Zeke is loving it. Now, we can tell that Victor and everybody else wasn't really trying to be giving up all their money to this church. And we know Jake, he was kind of upset, which he expressed later on in the episode at Thanksgiving dinner to Pastor Zeke himself. Now, Lene, she wants Bakari to talk to Brittany. She just wants him to get that off his chest. That way they can squash things. And she wants to make sure he comes to Thanksgiving dinner, but she has to ask Nina first. Now, we get to Rob, Damien, Darnell, and Emmett. They're outside cooking the turkey. Darnell, he is frying this turkey and he's teaching the boys a lesson, you know what I'm saying? And they just out there having a good time. we can tell that Rob really enjoyed being out there. And of course, he is still mourning from losing his pops. But Darnell tells him if he needs anything, let him know. He got him. It's crazy because after watching the episode, it makes this scene right here even more bittersweet. Because to be honest, Rob has people that cares about him. And he was really starting to grow on a lot of the fans of the show. So, man, it's a damn shame to what happened to your boy. Now, we get to your girl, Kenya. She is asking Zay all these questions about, does he take out people for Duda and all that stuff? And does he have his gun on him? Well, of course he does. He pulls it out. Your girl, Kenya, she touching all on it. I mean, this girl is a freak for real. I told y'all, Kenya, she like bad boys. And don't get it twisted. This church girl, she get loose for real. And she's showing us that right there in that car. So what y'all think about Kenya now? I know there's people out there saying, take it easy on Kenya. Well, no, I'm not taking it easy on Kenya. She disappointed me. I guess the first lady, she'll be proud of Kenya for what she doing. Now, we get to the one and only bitch ass Dre. Nah, but we know Rotimi's character, he's in The Shy. He is playing Charles, and apparently he has old ties with Pastor Zeke. He used to put in some work with him back in the day from the looks of it, and apparently he probably slipped up, but now he needs another opportunity to work for him. He wants to be, his assistant, but we know Pastor Zeke, he got Papa as his assistant, and he doesn't want anything to do with Charles at all. But as soon as Charles brings up Sarah's name, that's when things change, right? So now Pastor Zeke has to make sure he looks out for Charles because, as Charles stated, he knows all his dirt. He knows, all the things that he's done. So he cannot risk any of that getting out. So he has to make sure he is good. I'm going to tell you right now, Charles's character is going to be a problem in season 7. Just seeing Rotimi on the show, he brings like a different presence. I mean, of course we know and are used to seeing him in power. So I'm eager to see what he's going to bring to The Shy. I know he did mention that he had a church, but I guess it failed. So he is back trying to get, some work from Pastor Zeke, which is the last thing that Pastor Zeke wanted. Now, we get to Damien. He's at Thanksgiving dinner, and he brings some chillins over. Everybody's like, what the hell is you thinking about? Had the place up there stanking. And then Tiffany mom, she shows up, and we can tell that her and Alicia, they cool. I know Tiffany's mom was talking about she wanted a beer and all that. I mean, had me cracking up. Now, Rob, he's surprised that Rashad and his moms is kicking it together, and they real cool. Of course, they tell him this was not planned out. And we know Rob tells Rashad that his moms, she get bored real quick. So we gonna see what Rashad does next season as far as keeping Alicia very entertained, which he's gonna have to do, especially after what happened to her son. Now we get to your boy Duda, and he got the strap. He is actually thinking about taking his own self out. He's like, screw it. You know what I'm saying? I might as well, but he did not do it. Y'all know Duda, he's just very stressed out and paranoid. And he knows it's just a matter of time before he finally meets his fate with all the enemies that he got coming his way. I mean, it's entirely too much. Now, we get back to Papa, his mom's Victor. I mean, Jake and Gemma, they're there as well for Thanksgiving. Now, Papa, he wants to go and kick it with Pastor Zeke at his house and have Thanksgiving dinner. His mom's is like, hell nah. She don't want him going nowhere, but Papa, he grown. He can do what he wants, and his mom, she can't stop him at all. Now, we know Victor and Fatima said they're going to try to talk to him later on, and we know that your girl Gemma, she offered to take Papa over Pastor Zeke's house, and she doesn't even drive. And Jake was tripping, like, really? Like, how you going to do that? That's because Gemma, she just wants to go over there and be messy. She wants to confront the first lady in front of everybody. Now, we get back to LaPortia and Nina, and she finally tells everybody that she is officially leaving, going on the road with LaPortia. Of course, Keisha, she was kind of surprised and upset at the same time because she does not want to say goodbye to her moms, and because she's pregnant, right? So she was very emotional, and we know Lene, she was kind of upset as well. But we know she has people that's going to be there to look over her. Her brother Jamal, y'all know he going to look out for his sister. So Nina needs to just go and have fun. I do believe she will return, but I think they're going to focus more on the other storylines in season 7. Now, we get to Thanksgiving with Jake, Pastor Zeke, of course, the first lady, Papa, Gemma. I mean, this dinner was crazy. Jake, he ain't playing. He's pretty much just calling them out about why they got so much money and everybody else don't got anything. We know that The First Lady was basically throwing shade at Sarah, Gemma throwing shade at the First Lady. I mean, it's all over the place, right? Now, the pastor was able to calm things down. He didn't overreact to the point where he was going off, but he was trying to just keep everything under control. Sarah's dad up in there looking like a fake Joe Osteen. I mean, this guy, he said he don't really mess with sweet potato pie. He said he cool with that pumpkin pie. You know what I'm saying? On Thanksgiving, I need that sweet potato pie. Y'all let me know what y'all be eating on. Now, your boy Papa, you can kind of tell he was like embarrassed and he did not really want to be dealing with all that. But hey, it is what it is. I believe this is why Gemma was so eager to help Papa out as far as getting over there, because she knew what time it was. She knew it was about to be some drama. Now, we get to Keisha and her mom. She finally tells Nina that she's pregnant. And Nina's like, okay, you pregnant, so I'm going to have to stay. But Keisha tells her, nah, she don't got to do that. She is good. Her mom will still, end up leaving. But this moment right here was bittersweet. Because as I told you guys, I don't think we want to see Nina's character like that. I can be completely wrong, but I think they're going to focus more on the other storylines. But we know Kevin, he ain't here, and now Nina, she has decided to get up on out of here as well. But I do think she will return. And also Emmett and Keisha, they did not tell Nina the full story about the car being blown up and that it was Duda trying to take them out. Now Damien finally tells Emmett that somebody is basically causing him issues. He doesn't even mention Keith's name, but I'm like, dude, just go ahead and tell him. Keith, he want him to take money basically out of Smokey's to pay him more. Now, we know Emmett is telling him don't overpromise anything and that he's there for his brother, but I'm just thinking this Damien dude, he may screw Emmett over. Hopefully I'm wrong and something else happens, but at the end of the day, if he does decide to screw his brother over, Emmett will be very upset and it's going to be hell to pay. Now, Bakari finally decides to sit down and have a conversation with Brittany. Now, he tells her, look, I forgive, but I do not forget. So he's not really messing around with his sister like that because of what she's done. He believes all she's going to do is just go back and tell. Of course, Brittany is saying, look, I'm not going to do that no more. I told Duda that I am done. But we know Brittany was the one that put out word on Nuck that he was working with Tiff and Rob. So this girl, she's going to continue to have to be watched in my opinion. Now, we get another OG's return on the show, Hannibal. Of course, he is telling Rob that he's out the weed business, but this time he's in the shroom business and he wants them to get in it with him as well. So we're going to see how this all develops in season 7. It does seem like they're down with what he's bringing or telling them. And, it could be great business for them. But with Rob being taken out, that may change a lot of things. We shall see. Now, we get to the end of your boy, Duda. At least he got to clap some cheeks before he was taken out. I mean, I guess if you're going to go out, you're going to go out like this. And he's upset with Bianca because she set him up. And I'm thinking like, dude, you should have already known this from the jump. I mean, Alicia did have the key a few episodes back, so don't act surprised. And we know Alicia was just using her as a decoy. Now we know Duda, he took out Q. He almost took out Rob. He is telling Alicia that Rob tried to take him out. So of course, that's why he tried to get him up out of here. Now, Alicia does tell him that you've been here entirely too long, causing issues. Do you have any last words? Duda, he doesn't believe she even has it in her, right? And he basically tells her, screw her, right? And then out of nowhere, as Alicia is about to take the shot, Nuck If Your Buck comes out of nowhere and takes Duda out. Alicia, she was pissed. She's like, what are you doing? Nuck said, look, he got to know where his boss is at all times, and that is a new sheriff in town. He tells Alicia and Bianca, like, look, y'all rather gonna work with me or y'all gonna be my enemies. And Alicia tells him, look, I'm gonna be your worst nightmare. So she's not trying to work with Nuck at all. She wants to go to war. And Nuck, he keeping that same energy. He don't care what Alicia talking about. He gonna continue to terrorize anybody that does not get down with the program. And he proved that by taking out Rob later on in the episode. Now everybody gets the news that Duda, Otis Perry is up out of here. They're shocked. You know what I'm saying? They are shocked that this actually happened. I told you guys it was like a bittersweet moment because Duda has been here for a very long time. So the feel of the show is definitely changing. But the way that Nuck dominated this episode, that change is going to be a crazy one, and I cannot wait to see how it's all going to develop. Now, Tiffany is happy for Keisha because she's pregnant, and I guess the stress is kind of down since Duda's out the picture, but I'm pretty sure that stress is going to build right back up once they realize everything that ended up happening. Because I'm pretty sure Tiff is not going to really mess with Nuck after all this, but Keisha, she wants to make sure that Nuck is okay because her son needs a father, but it's a very sticky situation. Now, we get to your boy Rob, and now he has decided that he wants to step up and throw down. Talking about, I'm done, I'm not doing business with you no more. Like, really? I mean, I guess he been on them shrooms or something. He ain't in the right state of mind. Like, you slipping. I mean, I guess he thinks because Duda is gone, he can talk to Nuck any type of way. But Nuck, he's not playing around, and he takes out Rob just like that. Got him up out of here. Tells Zay that he ain't playing around, and you can tell that Zay, he ain't about to question him. Now Nuck, he goes to Bakari telling him, look, we family, I need you. You know what I'm saying? You got to look out for me. Bakari has a choice. It's whether you stay with Lene, stay off the streets, or you go work for Nuck if you're buck. Lene tells him, you got to choose. And Bakari, he has chosen the street life. What about all the stuff with that book and Professor Gardner? What about that? I guess that does not matter anymore. Man, I was disappointed in Bakari's character. I mean, he may be on those shrooms as well. I mean, I don't know what the hell he up there thinking. Now, Bakari helps Zay and Nuck get the body to Alicia's doorstep. And man, this was very graphic. Your boy Bakari out there throwing all up. And he's getting involved in some stuff that he probably shouldn't get involved in. But he has done it. Now, your boy Nuck, he goes and he wants to, see his son, baby Ronnie. And Emmett opens up the door. He can understand that Nuck was the one that took out Duda. So he's not really tripping. But at the same time, he's like, man, I don't know if you can come up in here. They do allow him to come in. Keisha is very concerned. And he just wants to see his son and hold him. Well, go ahead and hold him. Because this could be one of the last times that you're going to be able to do that based off all the stuff you just did in this episode. But Alicia, she pulls up to her spot and then she sees her son laid out. And she was shocked, y'all. She was very shocked. This was a sad scene. Rob's character, he has grown on a lot of people. So it was kind of sad to see him go. But it is what it is. This is what happens when you're around this lifestyle. So now we're going to see Alicia going up against Nuck in season 7. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be hell to pay. I'm still waiting to see this vicious side of Alicia. You know what I'm saying? Because as I told you guys, it's been a lot of talk, a whole lot of talk, but Nuck, he's been about a whole lot of action. And the whole theme of part 2 of season 6 was Alicia going up against Duda, who was going to reign supreme. Well, it seems like Nuck has stepped into the picture and took the crown. I guess it's like what your boy Ric Flair say. To be the man, you got to beat the man. As Bakari said, if you take him out, you're going to become him. So it seems like your boy Nuck has become his own version of Duda. And to be honest, it's going to make his character that much more dangerous. And he seems like he's the one that we're going to have to look out for. And Alicia, she's going to be the one that's going to have to step up to the plate and show us exactly what time it is. Show us what your son Rob was talking about. You make Duda look like a saint. Well, we need to see that in season 7. And man, it's going to be a crazy one. Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. We have once again, recapped the whole season of The Chi. Y'all know I've been recapping this show since day one. I was probably one of the first YouTubers to recap the very first episode. And it's been a crazy journey. And y'all know I was reviewing Power a whole lot at that particular time. And I was looking for another show. In The Chi, it was my second show that I, start to do at a high level. So I definitely appreciate everything that this show has brought to my channel. This journey's been crazy. So now we're going to enter season 7, and I cannot wait to see where this journey is going to take us. Will we get some more OG characters that's going to return? That is yet to be seen, but I got a feeling they're going to continue to give us some crazy type of storylines, and I would not be surprised if some old characters do make a return. Now, I want y'all to get y'all predictions and theories ready. You already know I'm going to do the early predictions video for The Chi season 7 very soon. So stay tuned for that video. Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.